Hello everyone, welcome to my home yoga for children. Namaste home. Hope you're all well. So what we're going to do first of all, to start off this week, we're going to look at some mudras. Now mudras are yoga for the hands. So you don't put your hands into yoga positions, you put your hands into certain positions and it can help you feel better. So if you've got something going on somewhere for you, either emotionally or physically, like a tummy ache, then putting your hands in these certain positions can help you to feel better. So it kind of works like, I don't know if you've ever heard of reflexology in your feet. They say that in your foot there is a reflection of what's going on in your body. We have these energy lines in our body called nadis. In Sanskrit it means flow, so it's like a flow of energy. So when we practice yoga and we stretch, we release what are like blockages in these nadis, and that can help us physically feel better and emotionally and mentally. So it's the same by putting our hands into certain positions. These nadis lead to our body, lead to our organs, like our heart, like our stomach. And so by putting our hands in certain positions, it can help us feel better. Now these mudras are best done for 10 minutes if you can. That might seem like a long time, but you don't have to be doing sitting in meditation or anything to do it. You can just be watching TV or anything, but just it's bringing your hands into these positions I'm going to show you. So the first one is one that you might have seen. If you've seen any Buddha statues and they're meditating, they do this mudra. It's called the gesture of wisdom, and it's very simple. You just make a circle with your finger and thumb like this, quite lightly together. You don't need to push hard or anything, and you can either have your hands open like this, or you can have your hands turned inwards. Now this can help you feel better because it encourages you to breathe from your stomach, from your tummy or your belly. When we feel stressed, we breathe in our chest area and we breathe shallowly, or we even hold our breath sometimes. So breathing deeply is really good for us. So if you've got a lot of worries going on in your head, things going round and round in your head, you can practice this mudra. And even if you're having trouble getting to sleep because of it, or the opposite, if you're feeling a bit foggy headed, you're a bit sleepy, you can have your hands turned out to wake you up more, or you can have your hands turned inwards to feel more sleepy, more peaceful. It kind of stops the mind chatter that you might have. Okay, so that's Chin Mudra. Now, if you want to feel safe and secure, if you're feeling a bit low, a bit sad, and you want to feel safe, you can bring your thumb to the base of your little finger and then curl all your other fingers around your thumb, and that makes you feel safe. Now this is something you might quite naturally do. I used to do this one a lot as a child without even realizing I was doing it. So having your thumbs tucked in and kind of holding your thumb does make you feel a lot nicer. And I've been told by midwives, people that help babies come into the world, that all babies are born doing this. As they make that journey out into the world, they feel safer. So that's a really nice one. And if there's something that is really troubling you, something on your mind, an emotion or a feeling, you can do a little exercise to help release this. So let's do this together now. So what we're going to do, we're going to imagine that we've got this thing that is troubling us in our hands. So we're holding it in our hand, and then we just open our hands out and we let it go. So we're going to do that 7 times. That was 1. So again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, So you can do that whenever you feel like. You might feel a bit lighter now, it feels a bit easier. Now, if you get tummy aches a lot, or you feel a bit sick, it might be something to do with some digestion. There's a really good one to do. It's called Pushan Mudra. Pushan is the god of nourishment in Sanskrit. So Pushan Mudra, you bring your thumb on your right hand. So you have your right hand and your left hand. So this is my right hand, but looking at the camera, it might look like this is my left hand, but this is actually my right hand. And with my left hand, I can make that L shape, and that tells me the difference. So that way round, as I look at it, it's an L shape. So with your right hand, so the hand that's on the opposite side of where you look at me, you bring your thumb, your first finger and your middle finger together. And then on your left hand, the one that you can make that L shape with, you bring your thumb, your middle finger and your ring finger together. So this works on your liver, and this works on your digestive system. So it's thumb, first finger, middle finger on this hand, and then thumb, middle finger, ring finger. So you kind of make that, it's called the rocker's salute with this hand. And that can stop tummy ache, can stop you feeling car sick, all kinds of things. So that's quite a useful one to know. If you get a headache, you bring your thumb and your first finger and your middle finger together, and then you bring what's called your ring finger, that next finger along down into the crease, and you have your little fingers straight, and this can help to stop a headache. Okay, so you do it for 10 minutes. Of course, I'm not saying don't see a doctor. If you have something that is going on for a long time, go and see a doctor. That's very important. But if you want some kind of help immediately, then this is a good thing to do, all right? And I'm not saying this is instead of saying if you need to take medication for something, don't do this instead, but this can go alongside it and it can help. Okay, last one. If you're somebody that gets easily overwhelmed, there's something that it becomes too much and it really panics you and makes you worry, make your hand into a fist, but tuck your thumb in, so you're doing that mudra, so it's the left hand, all right, on the left side, so where you can make that L as you look at it. Make your left hand into a fist, and then you bring that into your left side, so you can put your hand in your pocket, so no one would even notice that you were doing it. And then with your left foot, you bring that left foot flat to the floor, so you're grounding some emotional energy. Like the tree has roots that go into the ground, you can imagine that we do too, and so you're releasing all of that overwhelming feeling down into the ground. You can let it go. Okay, well done. Now, when we are sensible and serious between poses, we call this prayer mudra, and of course this is used in prayer because it gives us a spiritual connection, but it also helps us to center ourselves and to be aligned so we feel more balanced. So practicing prayer mudra now, bring your hands together and really feel the other palm of the hand, so you really feel that connection. Notice what it feels like to feel your other hand. Good. Okay, all right, let's do a bit of a warm-up. Now, we're going to do a warm-up. So we're going to do some mindful movements. So you might have heard of the word mindful. Mindful means about being present, having your mind in this present moment, being where you are at, and not letting it kind of wander off to do other things. So when we do mindful movement, we are very aware of what we are doing in this moment. So there might be a lot of things that you do that you're not even thinking about that you're doing them. So imagine we've got up out of bed and we have a big stretch. So stretch now and really feel that lovely stretch. Imagine you've got up out of bed. Good. And then open the curtains. pull the curtains open, and it's a beautiful new day. Look at that. Should we do that again? Imagine the curtains are shut. We're going to pull them open slowly and look at that beautiful new day. Good. Okay, let's put some clothes on, all right? Imagine we've already got our underwear on. We're going to put some shorts on or some trousers or something like I'm wearing, all right? Some leggings. So we just put one foot in, pull that up, put the other foot in, pull that up. We put a t-shirt on, so put it over our heads. We're going to put one arm in and we put the other arm in. Good, pull that down. All right, let's put some shoes on. Okay, so we've got one foot, put the shoe on. You have to balance a bit. This is Barney, he's going to join in, but he's on the mat. And then we put the other shoe on, okay, and we're ready to go. What should we do? Should we go for a walk? All right, so let's go for a mindful walk. Just cross your hands like this, hands by your sides, and we're going to go for a walk. Just say, excuse me, Barney, and just be really aware of each footstep that we're taking. Feel our foot. I've got bare feet on, but we're pretending we've got shoes on. Imagine they're lovely flexible shoes, so we can still feel our feet. Or you might want to be walking out in bare feet. That's all right, as long as it's safe for you to do that. You're on nice soft grass or something. So imagine that if you want to. Take your shoes off if you want. Let's take my shoes off, fling them off. Just going to let Barney out. Go on then. I think he wants to go out to the garden because he thinks it's a nice idea to be on nice soft grass. So imagine we flung our shoes off and we're walking on the nice soft grass. We can feel it under our feet. Right, let's do some different walking now. Imagine that we're like a bird, a heron or something. So we're going to walk differently. We're going to lift our knee and walk like this. So quite elegant. Very good. Now, what's another way you could walk? We could do tiny little steps, as small as possible. Very good. Okay. All right. Now we've done our walking. We're going to sit down. Imagine we can do a yoga pose called the chair. Imagine we're going to sit on our chair. Sit down. There we go. Let's have a drink. So we're going to pour a glass of water from a jug. Drink. Very good. We could eat sitting on our chair. We have to have very strong legs. Very good. Well done. Okay, let's do our sun salutation. So we start off, we're sensible and serious. Very sensible, very serious. I make a circle wide and round. Now I stamp hard on the ground. Now I walk on my feet and hands and stop. And now I'm a triangle with my bottom at the top. And now I'm a lion, big and strong. Rah! Rah! And now I stretch out, lean and long. And the other side. And now I hide. Here I am. And now I stand. And now I spin willy-nilly. And the other way. And now I try to look silly. Very good. Now we're sensible and serious. Sensible and serious. So we do it again. I make a circle wide and round. Now I stamp hard on the ground. Now I walk on my feet and hands and stop. And now I'm a triangle with my bottom at the top. And now I'm a lion, big and strong. Rah! Rah! And now I stretch out, lean and long. And the other side. And now I hide. Here I am. And now I stand. And now I spin willy-nilly. And the other way. And now I try to look silly. And then I'm sensible and serious. Sensible and serious. Very good. Okay. We're going to do our balance. So that means standing on one leg. And we're going to be an aeroplane again this week. So what I'd like you to do, stand on one leg. Now spread the toes of that foot that you're standing on. And we're just going to lift our arms up and lift our leg up. Good. Hold there. Imagine you're flying somewhere beautiful. Very good. Now we're going to balance on this leg again, but we're going to bring in another balance. We're going to do dancer's pose. So we're going to use one of our mudras because it will help us balance and focus. And what else did we have to do? We had to stare at a spot. So chin mudra, thumb and first finger lightly together on the same side of the leg that you're standing on. And then bring your other ankle into your hand. Bend forward, lift your foot up behind you. If I go sideways here, you can see what I'm doing. Like that. Being as calm and careful as you can. Good. So let's do the other side. Stand on this leg. So we spread our toes first of all. Just going to be an aeroplane first of all, lifting the hands, lifting your leg, easing forwards. Good. Where are you flying to? Nice and calm. Bring that foot down. Just come back to being sensible and serious. And then this same leg, spread the toes, bring your hand into chin mudra, hold on to your other ankle, so your ankle rather than your foot, looking at your spot, ease forward and lift your foot up behind you if you can. Good. Coming up carefully, hands into prayer position. Take a breath in and a breath away. Good. Okay, now we're going to be that elephant. So we're going to do a big breath in. We're going to make our hands into the trunk. So we're going to cross, interlock our fingers like that. So we've got our hands together, and this is our elephant's trunk. Have your legs nice and wide. So if you have got a mat, your feet might be outside your mat. If you haven't, that's fine, but just make sure they're not so wide that you're going to fall over, because we don't want to do that. So you've got to think of something lovely that you have got in your trunk. So I'm going to have hot chocolate and fairy dust. It could be mud, it could be banana milkshake, it could be anything you want it to be, absolutely anything, all right? So first of all, we're going to swing our trunk like this, and then we're going to take a big breath in. And as we do, we're going to lean back and then go, ah. And imagine we're spraying ourselves with whatever's in your trunk, all right? And again, swing your trunk. Good. And then breathe in and then, ah. Good. One more of those. Swing your trunk and then breathe in. Big breath in. Ah. Good. And then just let yourself fold forwards. Doesn't matter whether your hands reach the floor or not. If they don't, you can hold on to the opposite elbow if that feels better. But just let yourself be all floppy. Just hang forwards. Really important, because you did the back bend when you were being the elephant. You have to now bend forwards. It's called a counter pose. So just let yourself hang forwards. This is really good for your mind. It's good for your tummy and your digestive system too, but it's also very good for your mind and good for your immune system. Help you stay fit and healthy. Good. Okay, let's come down to our mat now. All right, so we're going to come onto our tummy. And we're going to use another one of those mudras that we did earlier. So the one that makes you feel safe and secure. So you bring your thumb to your base of your little finger and then curl your fingers around your thumb. And then we're going to bring those fists we've made into our kind of groin area at the top of our legs, the top of our thighs. All right, now bring your chin to the mat and we're going to be a locust, which is like an insect type creature. So you're going to lift your head and lift one leg up, keeping it as straight as you can. Good. And then bring your head down and your leg down. And then breathe in and lift the other leg and your head. Good. And then bring your head and your leg down. And then we're going to do the other side again. So breathe in, lift your leg, lift your head, and then bring your head down, bring your leg down, and then again, breathe in, lift your head, lift your leg, and then breathe out, bring your leg and your head down. Now we're going to do both legs together. So big breath in, lift your head, lift your legs. Good. And breathe out. And come back down, and one more. Inhale, lift your head, lift your legs, and breathe out and come back down. And then holding on to your feet, we're going to inhale and lift again. See if you can lift your head and your legs and kind of make yourself into a rocking horse. Can you rock? Very good. We'll just do a couple of little goes at that. So let yourself relax again and then breathe in and have another go. Good. Then let it go. Go all floppy and then come to sit back towards your feet. So your knees are bent under you, hands down by your sides. Going to make yourself into a rock. So being a rock. Being still. Let your arms and shoulders relax at your sides and stretch your back out the other way. Very good. Now what I'd like you to do, lying down on your mat, I'd like you to, like that rock shape you were just now, but instead you're doing it lying on your back. Just squeeze your knees into your body. Stretch your back out. And take your arms out to the side. And then you're just going to take your knees over one way, but turn your head in the other direction. So you're creating a twist with your body. So your knees go one way, your head goes the other. It's really good for your back and for your stomach and for your nervous system. So just take a few breaths while you lie here. And then we're going to breathe in, bring our knees back in, squeeze our knees into our body. We're going to go the other way, so bring your arms out again. And then I turn that way so you can see. I'm going to let the knees come over to the other side and then turn your head the opposite direction to your knees. Good. Feel that nice twist. Lovely. Remember to keep breathing and come back to the middle. And squeeze your knees into your body. And then we're going to just do a nice stretch. We're going to be that bridge, if you remember. So we're going to lift our bottom up off the floor. And as we inhale, and then as we exhale, we let it relax a bit. And then again, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, relax. And one more, inhale and lift. Good. And then exhale, bring your back down. Squeeze your knees into your body. Stretch your back out. Tuck your head in if you want to. And then come to lie down on your mat. Nice and flat. Going to lie, it's called dead man's pose, because you're going to be lying as still as you can, like a dead man. So you have your arms away from your body, palms of the hands turned up, and your feet just parted a little so your toes drop to the sides. Okay, so feeling nice and relaxed. Close your eyes, taking a long deep breath in, and breathe out with a big sigh. And again, big breath in. Breathe out with a One more of those. Big breath in. And breathe out with a Good. So imagining now that you're lying in your bed, in your room. And imagining, it may not be like this, but imagining that your bed at home is by a window. The curtains are open and it's night time. And you can see lots of stars out there in the sky. The moon is in a crescent shape. And you see all these stars twinkling away, forming shapes and patterns. And here you feel very safe and very, very peaceful. So imagine as you look into the space behind your closed eyelids, imagine that you're looking out into that dark night sky. And imagine that you can see all those stars twinkling away. And you're just breathing normally, lovely big breaths from your stomach. Breathing out nice and slowly, feeling very, very peaceful. And in this safe, peaceful place, you know that all is well. And what you can also do here is that you can make a wish on a star. It can be anything you want. So making a wish on the star now, wishing for something positive. Try not to say, I don't want this, I don't want that. Wish for something that you do want. It could be anything you like. And this is somewhere you can go to whenever you wish. You may be lying in your bed at home. You might be sitting somewhere. You might be lying down outside in the sunshine. Just look into that space behind your closed eyelids and imagine that you can look out into space and see the stars and make a wish anytime you want to. Good. And then begin to wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, start to move your body. Have a lovely big stretch. Open your eyes. Come up to sitting. You can tap your fingertips over your head and face and body if you want to. You rub your hands together and we say Namaste. Thank you very much. I shall see you next time.